I am going into the pool because as you can see, it's a mess. And that's not anybody's fault, but water's. It's water's fault. So we're having another leak, which is then causing an issue with water flowing into the pool. And we've actually had warm weather this summer for about, I don't know, 2 weeks. It's a miracle. So with the warm weather, no water, I mean a bit of water trickling in, you can see that the floating plant islands are collapsing, but they're not collapsing. It's larchwood as what you would think like sinking. The issue is that they're tethered to the wall, and then the water level has gone so low that they don't have any water to float on. So it's you know, they're at this weird angle and it looks like they're about to cave in, but they're trying to stay afloat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in the water and I'm going to detach all of the floating plant islands. I mean, we attach them this way because A, it looks aesthetically quite nice. You can then get the lovely reflection from the summer house onto the pool, but we have a wedding coming up and they want to have a picnic down here. And I don't think Holly, our events and weddings manager, will be really happy, or will the wedding couple, if they have a wedding down when it's looking like this. So the plan is to detach. I'm gonna get in right now. It's gonna take me a while, detach, and then we're gonna work on getting that blanket weed up. So Raymond and I are going to create 2 underwater reed planters, if you like. They'll be underwater, which will also help with the algae and the blanket weed. This one's gonna be my difficult one because it's nailed in and not screwed, which is just not what I wanted it to be. Okay, Chris, can you, I'm gonna pull this up. Can you undo that? Do you see what I mean? Lean over and then detach it there. Yeah, awesome. Okay. Okay. There we go. So this one's screwdriver. Make sure it's on the reverse. Oh, God. Well, there we go. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna put this screw, so we don't lose it, on to here, so that when we put it back on, it's there. Okay? So now, these are back in the water, which is fantastic. And now I've gotta head over, we're gonna go across. We'll go a little bit slower. There we go. That should do it, maybe.
I just wanted to say I've been watching your YouTube for years and years and years, and so I've just done the Alberta thing. We're from Australia, so I just want to say thank you.
Oh my gosh!
I love it. I watch you all the time.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, let me just, this one's a bit stuck.
Careful that one doesn't crash into you.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. You got a friend.
Oh God, I do have a friend. Okay, this one seems to be down all the way. I saw Splurtle here the other day. This is Splurtle's little ramp. So this is for him to climb up and get the sunshine when the sun shines out, but obviously he hasn't been able to reach his ramp. But I mean, I'm sure there are other ways for him to get on, but we're gonna make sure. Oh, that was, oh. That would be the problem. Put it the other way. Someone got turned. Oh, okay, now we got a problem. I gotta go really slow. Hold on. Come on. I'm trying to go so slow, everybody. Whew. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, put that back now. Quite pleased with that. Splurtle, I'm gonna keep that in, that won't go anywhere. So now Splurtle can get on top of here if he would like to bask in the sun. Because like I said, we're actually seeing sun for the first time this whole summer, and we're in August. Every little helps. Okay, it's really bad here. Okay, got it almost. Whew. Oh, we might have lost that screw. Okay, we've definitely lost that screw. Great. It's literally blanket weed everywhere. So I've got to now, I mean, this is probably the easiest way of doing it, is to actually just go in and get it out. So I'm just going to stay here, everybody, and get out the blanket weed. And that's that.
It's summertime at Mapperton, can't you tell, with all this wonderful cloud? But summertime means one important thing, and that is creepy crawlies. And at Mapperton, we are in the middle of our creepy crawly week, where the wonderful Hannah and Dave from the Critter clan come to Mapperton, and they bring with them all sorts of delightful creatures, which attract some people and probably put off a few. Now, Chris, I've heard that you're not very keen on spiders.
No, I'm like petrified of them, really.
Are you really? What, little ones and big ones?
No, little ones I can.
Little ones you can cope with,
Yeah.
but what about tarantulas?
Nope.
Not happening.
No.
No.
I've been avoiding
Scorpions?
the one in your basement.
Anyway, Chris behind the camera has, I think the technical term is arachnophobia, isn't it?
I think so.
So we're going to try and cure Chris of his arachnophobia today and see where we get to. Now, you may not know this, but at Mapperton we had our own creepy crawly exhibit in the cellar for a long time because Nesta was an absolute passionate collector of scary creatures, and we had a tarantula in the cellar at Mapperton, which we have now handed over
You have.
to Hannah. But Hannah, who have you got here?
Well, this is Wingnut.
Oh, this is Wingnut.
His name is Wingnut.
Obviously Wingnut.
Yes,
yeah.
and he is a giant African hissing cockroach.
Is he?
From Madagascar.
Is he? Wow.
Yes.
How do we get him to hiss?
Well, at the moment he's been doing a lot of hissing at the moment, but
Is
if
he?
I just gently stroke his back, he's not going to.
Oh, there, I heard a hiss.
Very gentle hiss. And they hiss to attract mates, the males do.
Do they?
They do, and the
Wow.
females hiss to attract their young.
So stroking him causes him to hiss.
Can do, although he is very used to stroking him, so
Yeah, is he? Right.
you can have a hold if you'd like to.
How absolutely fabulous.
There you go. I'll just pop them straight onto your hand.
Now, cockroaches don't bother me at all because we have enough of those. And actually, I've been feeding cockroaches for the last 10 years to Nesta's
Oh, well, there
spiders.
you go. There's 4,500
so-
species of cockroach in the world.
Is there?
There is.
Hannah, fantastic.
And only 7 of those are classified as pests.
Right.
The rest of them are vital to our ecosystem because they're detrivores. So they eat all the dead and decaying organic waste.
Is that what
that's there.
detrivore means? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Are there any people that you know who are detrivores?
Well,
I can think of one or two. Now, Chris, it's not a spider, so we could start off gently
I'm fine, like.
with a cockroach. What do you think?
lovely.
The,
He's
the camera's going to start
gorgeous.
shaking. He's not up for it. Okay.
Oh, well, his face is gorgeous, so maybe that will change your mind.
Yeah, he is gorgeous.
So
actually.
sweet, look at
Yeah,
him.
he's lost an antenna though.
He has, he's been fighting.
He's been fighting.
So that's
yeah.
what they use
Does it grow back?
It does.
It
So
does.
they have a hard exoskeleton, and
Yeah.
oh, there we go, he's hissing again. So when he comes out from his next molt, he'll be a brand new cockroach.
With a brand new
with
antenna.
A brand new antenna.
That is fabulous, isn't it?
He's amazing, isn't he?
So Hannah, what else have we got here?
Well, we have a selection of tarantulas. So we
Yeah.
have an Oklahoma brown in this one.
Oklahoma brown might
Yes.
be familiar to our friends in Oklahoma.
There we go.
What is it now? An Oklahoma brown? That's quite large tarantula.
She is pretty big. She'll get up to 12.7 centimetres. They're exceptionally fast.
Right.
They're terrestrial, but they also burrow. So when you're out in your garden,
Right.
you're doing a little bit of gardening,
Right.
they're the times.
Anyone in Oklahoma come across an Oklahoma brown?
If you have,
let
please
us,
tell
let
us.
us know. Right, what have we got coming from?
We
A
have
Texas tan.
Texas tan tarantula.
America's full of tarantulas, isn't it?
See, I'm kind of terrified of spiders, but I kind of admire them as well, so...
Hannah, hang on a second. Your job is showing spiders to children, and you're telling me that you're terrified of them.
I have
Chris?
a help.
What do you think? I mean, how do you? Well, maybe you can help Chris get over his fear because you've clearly done that yourself.
Yeah, it's more of a minds over matter. They're more scared
Right.
of me than I am of
Now,
them.
Are there any that we can hold here? Or do
I'm
you,
actually allergic to them as well.
You're not just terrified of them. You're allergic to them.
I'm allergic
I mean, I
to them.
have held tarantulas before.
Have you?
Nestor's tarantula moves so quickly that I've never dared to hold
All
that
of
one.
these are faster.
They're all fast.
They're all
That's letting us off the
fast.
hook. We're not going to have to hold them.
I can give you something really weird to hold though.
Okay.
Okay.
Chris,
Are you up for the
You up for
challenge?
that too? You're not doing that?
Are you sure?
Okay, come on, something weird
Okay,
to hold.
right, let's show you something super weird to hold.
Okay, right, here we go. Oh my goodness. Right.
Well, this is a vinegaroon. So
a what? A vinegaroon?
vinegaroon. So Florida Friends, you might recognise these.
Well,
Okay, I'm going to put
That
some on
looks-
you.
it
and
looks
I'm going
like
to
a
tell them all about
scorpion.
you. Basically,
is he a scorpion?
he is an evolution in process.
Is he?
He is indeed.
Or he's halfway.
He is half spider.
He's got kind of
half
scary claws.
scorpion.
Right.
In evolutionary terms, about 250, 300,000 years from now, they believe he's going to be a brand new species of scorpion.
Do they?
They do.
So, but that's not going to sting me, is it?
No. What he
shall I
will
just prove
do
it?
is squirt acetic acid
Oh
into your
God,
face.
I don't want that. When's he going to do that?
Only when he feels threatened, so he
Okay.
doesn't really do it that
Okay.
often.
Does he have like a water pistol?
Basically, there's a little bit down the bottom here.
Oh, I see.
Is where he squirts it from, and he directs it with his tail.
I'll point it at Chris's direction. if that's
So
all right.
acetic acid is what you get in your vinegar. You put
Yeah.
in your chips as well.
Is that why he's called
a vinegaroon?
a vinegaroon?
Yes,
It's all
exactly.
connected, isn't it? These
But
clever people naming these.
5% is our vinegar, which we
Right.
put on our chips. 80%.
80%.
80%,
Is that
yeah.
going to leave a little hole in my hand then?
Well, even no, I'm
Might
not
do.
going to.
No, okay. But look at this. This is halfway between a scorpion and a
is,
spider,
it is.
but you're not scared
I'm
of
not
it.
scared of him.
So look
Yeah,
on
there you go.
look on the
Exactly.
journey that Hannah has been on.
Yep, his name is Tio.
Tio, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Tio. I think maybe enough of Tio now.
There we go.
Lovely as you are.
Oh, he's very handsome, isn't he?
And Hannah, you've taken on Nestor Spider, as we were saying.
have.
And you've uncovered something about him, I think.
He is a salmon pink bird eater.
A salmon pink bird
Salmon
eater.
pink bird
Okay.
eater. And
Is that a good thing?
That is a good thing. He's
Okay.
huge. Well, she's huge. She's
Would she be your biggest spider?
She will beat our biggest spider,
Right,
definitely. And she is very, very gorgeous. She's got beautiful pink bottom on her, pink legs.
Yeah,
and
good
she's
condition?
Excellent
condition.
Yes,
She's been well looked after
She
by me.
has.
Not so
There we
much
go.
by Nestor,
Oh, well done,
by me.
Luke.
Yeah.
You're a natural.
I've been feeding her all sorts of things like this. Well, actually, the cockroaches.
Yeah.
Not the hissing ones. And is she going to get bigger?
I think she's fully grown now.
Fully grown,
Yes, I would
right.
say she's fully grown
Fully
now.
grown, okay.
I hope she doesn't get any bigger because she's fast as it is.
And will we see her back here next year?
You will do, yes,
Fabulous.
most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Well, Hannah, this has been wonderful, and as you can see, it's super popular
Oh, it is.
with our visitors, particularly our
Definitely.
younger visitors. And we've done some very clever reusing of Halloween spiders over there. So, and of course, my favourite game over there, Bug Bingo. Right,
Great.
I shall leave you to put Tio
Tio,
back in her cage.
there we
I
go.
think.
Thanks very
And Chris
much.
certainly will.
Luke.
Thanks.
Bye.
I've been holding spiders this morning. Sarah, how do you feel about spiders?
I am kind of okay with spiders.
You're okay with
yeah, I got
spiders?
to hold one earlier this week, which
Yeah.
was fine.
Do we think creepy crawlies are a sort of typical country house phenomenon?
Probably more than people might want to admit,
Yeah.
but maybe not in this exotic format.
I guess there are the spiders that are in all of our rafters.
Exactly.
And then there are the exotic ones that we bring out.
Which, yeah, are out for special
Anyway,
occasions.
I'm outside the coach house now with Sarah Roller, and Sarah works for historic houses. Historic houses is well, actually you're better at describing what historic houses is than I am.
Yeah, Historic Houses is the membership association for independently owned historic houses, so places like Mapperton. We operate all kinds of different things. I work across policy and lobbying, so we talk about how to improve the way historic houses work and operate and how life could be made easier for it. But we also operate a visitor membership scheme. I've met lots of Historic Houses members over here at Mapperton in the past couple of days, which has been really nice.
Fantastic. And Historic Houses has really been such an important source of support for Mapperton over the years, and it's obviously a place where we can all meet and share experiences. It's a place where we can turn to when we need technical advice and expertise, and particularly during the pandemic it was just so helpful. And sometimes if I've missed a week or two of reading the news, I get a lovely little summary in my inbox from Historic Houses. But really importantly, it's also a fantastic organisation for people to join, because the benefits are terrific. Not only do you get this wonderful magazine sent to you, but you get free entry to Historic House members, and that is a huge appeal. What have you got, about 80,000 members?
Got about 85,000 members, yeah.
85,000 members. And Sarah is here because she is having what we would call a busman's holiday. Is that a fair description?
Yeah.
She's come to Map. She rang me up earlier in the year and said, "Luke, I'd love to come and help out at Mapperton in August. What do you think?" And I said, "Great, come along." And so she's been helping out. What have you been doing?
What haven't I been doing?
What
It's
haven't you
probably
done?
a better
Okay.
question. I have been helping out here at the Coach House, meeting
Yeah.
lots of visitors, helping with admissions. I've been shadowing some house tours, so that's been really fun, getting to learn a bit about what visitors get to see inside Mapperton itself.
Yeah.
I've had a nice time wandering around the estate,
Yeah.
getting to meet all of the different people who work at Mapperton across so many different roles. It's been fab, yeah.
And reflections, sort of thoughts, how, because you see other places as well.
Yeah, I get to see lots of places. It's one of the best parts of the job. Well, what a beautiful corner of the world it is.
It is.
It's such a
It
lovely
is.
part of the world and such a special place. But also how remote you are. I think we've spoken about that.
Yeah.
It's quite tucked away down here.
Yeah.
How much the weather matters for visitors.
Yeah, you saw on a Monday we had
yeah.
rain and there was hardly anyone came.
Exactly, but yesterday the sun came out and it was much, much busier, so it's been really interesting to see that. And also, I guess, seeing what people want when they get here.
Yeah.
What they look for when they walk through the door, how everyone, is here for different days out. We get, because of the creepy crawlies, there's been lots of families, which has been really nice.
Which is super nice.
And then
yeah.
lots of people who are here for the house tour and really keen to learn about the history, and plenty of people who want to come to the gardens. There was a couple yesterday who got married here 10 years ago, and they came back for their 10th wedding anniversary.
You were here to welcome them.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
really
so nice.
lovely. So yeah, it's been really nice to just see how much people are enjoying being here too.
Fantastic. And well, it's been absolutely lovely having you, and I think people should look into becoming a member of Historic Houses if you're not already. And even if you're in the States, you still get lots of these benefits. And if you're planning a trip to the UK, you should absolutely be a member, because then you can tour around. And we know many people who come and do that. So we will put on the screen a link to Historic Houses membership, and we hope to see you here as a Historic House member, or indeed as any other kind of member. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Luke.
Right, I've walked up to what we call the lime kiln field. It's got a lime kiln at the far end that the cows seem to be enjoying at the moment. And I've come to meet Rob Bowditch, who has been on Mapperton Live before, Rob.
I have, yes.
A couple of years ago,
Yeah.
I think. It's been a little while.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Welcome
same
back.
spot though, I think, wasn't
Same spot, same thing. And we just thought we'd come back because Rob just has the greatest job in the world. I mean, if I wasn't doing some of the other things I'm doing, I just think what you do is just fabulous because he has a T600. Is that right? Is that what you call it?
Yes, yeah, 56 horsepower, remote controlled tractor, really.
Is it?
Yes.
But it's more than a tractor.
Yes.
Tell us what it does.
It's basically used for working in remote areas and steep ground, and it takes the operator out of the danger zone. Basically, it can go on up to 45-degree slopes.
45-degree slopes.
Working across them.
Yeah.
Cutting anything bramble, bracken.
Is this the same one you had before, or have you?
No.
New model.
New model. Well, yeah, it's the same, but just upgraded.
Upgraded.
So, yeah. New last year. This one.
Was it?
So,
yeah. What does it do that the other one couldn't?
Nothing. It's
Nothing.
exactly the same. So just keeping them new, fresh.
Doesn't he? So you've got this just enormous engine.
Yes.
You've got your Caterpillar tracks with your remote control, and then you've got a flail on the front. Is that what you call it?
Yes, exactly that. Yeah, it's just like you see on the tractor on the roads cutting the hedges.
Yeah.
Very similar. Just lower down.
Just lower down.
Swinging hammers and just blocks up everything.
And do you have kids come up to you and say, I'd like a go on that?
Yeah.
What do you say to them?
Yeah, if I'm on flat ground, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's that?
So long as it's not
I'm
cutting,
a kid.
Yeah,
I'm a
if
kid.
you want
Am I-
to have a
can I-
go,
look,
yeah.
You sure?
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't think we were going to get that. Okay.
If we go out away from the vehicles. You can have a go.
Just sort of along there?
Yeah.
Fantastic. This is so exciting. So Rob, this is the remote?
Yes, so it's just like a remote control car that you had when you were little.
Yeah, I still got one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
still
very good then.
Yeah, okay.
So you got your forward,
Yeah,
your back,
yeah,
and your left, and your right.
okay.
And the rest you haven't really got to worry about because we won't be cutting now.
We won't be cutting,
No,
okay.
so
We're just gonna go forward and back.
Yeah.
So actually, I tell you what I use more than a remote control car is a drone these days.
So
it's not dissimilar, is it?
No.
So we're gonna go forward, and we're gonna go right like that. Look at that, it's coming round. Yeah, and it's obviously in low gear at the moment.
Yeah.
I won't hit my car, I promise.
I can make it faster if you want.
Can you make it faster? Well, no. All right, okay. He's put the throttle up. Now it's coming towards us. This is rather terrifying, isn't it? Oh God! Here it comes. What do we do? Right. There we go. You just let go.
Let
Of course.
go, stop.
So Chris might have to get out of the way. Right. There we go. It's very fearsome, isn't it?
Yeah.
How fantastic.
Lots of power, lots of grip.
There we go. That was great. That was all I wanted. Yeah. My day is fulfilled. Great. Can we see a bit in action?
Yeah, I'll whiz on down over and straight down there then.
Straight down there. We'll get the drone out and follow you.
Okay, lovely.
Rob, thanks so much.
That's all right.
The question would be, why are we doing this? Why do we need to bring out a robot to cut the scrub and the bracken? And the reason for that is quite simple, that part of our process for maintaining the countryside here is actually to control some of the scrub and bracken. If we let it all dominate, then it will potentially take over from existing plant species, in particular the variety of different grass species and flower species that we have in the mix in this field. This is the lime kiln field at Mapperton, and it's one of the most species rich of our fields here, and therefore we really want it to stay that way, and that means battling the bracken, taking out some of the scrub. One place we won't be bringing the RoboCut T600, which was that extraordinary machine, is this field here. Now, this is an arable field that is reverting and has joined our Rewilding project. It's adjacent to the lime kiln field, and also to the gallops, which is the field closer to the house. And 2 years ago it had its last harvest, but since then we've been returning it to nature. We've planted a few trees, there are some exclosures for the trees, but you can see that it has really grown up, and one of the most obvious signs of that is this yellow plant, which is ragwort. And ragwort is a very contentious species in the UK because it can be poisonous to livestock, particularly when the plants are harvested as part of a hay cut. So if dried plants end up being eaten by horses and cattle, that can be causing some real problems with its toxicity. However, at Mapperton, we rather have to hold our nerve because whilst traditionally in farming communities ragwort is very unwelcome, within a rewilding project it's a native species. It's a plant that supports 35 different invertebrate species that have no other source of nectar and pollination. And that includes famously the cinnabar moth, which is a wonderful black and red moth that feeds on this plant. I think there are several other moths that do as well. So it's important for biodiversity, but we also need to be mindful of the worry that it creates with our neighbours. So one of the things that we've done here is to create a strip of at least 50 metres, actually in most places it's 60 to 70 metres, so that the dispersal of the seed does not encroach on neighbouring land. And the science that has looked at seed dispersal from ragwort suggests that almost no seeds make it more than 15 metres from the plant. So that 50-metre buffer should really stop that from happening. And in certain places we're also pulling out the ragwort by hand. And what we expect to happen is that over the next couple of years, other species will come in, start to dominate, and the ragwort will die back. Having said that, I've been travelling across the UK this summer and there's ragwort everywhere. I think it's just one of those years, combination of factors have led to much more ragwort than usual, probably all that rain that we had and now this rather late summer. Anyway, it's rather beautiful and I think we should be enjoying it as all the insects are. You know, the fact that it's here doesn't mean that it'll be here in a couple of years.